Hey guys, it's Kylie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing some TikTok makeup hacks. There are tons of them all over TikTok. I'm going to do a couple of the little more crazy ones today and cross my fingers that they turn out okay. Now these aren't necessarily things that I would do on a daily basis unless they turn out to be amazing hacks. I am going to attempt to figure out how to show the video to you so you can see what the person is doing before I do it. Hopefully I can figure out how to do that. If I can't, I will screenshot it at least and show you it so you can see who did the hack on TikTok that I saw it from anyways, and you can watch it yourself. Okay, so for this one, it's with the eyebrows. She takes a concealer and puts it on the eyebrows before she does anything to them. Basically, just covers the whole eyebrow with concealer. And she says it helps make it look more seamless, and so that when you carve out your eyebrows, which I don't really carve out my eyebrows anyways after, it just makes it a more seamless blend. I'm gonna do one normal eyebrow and then I'll do an eyebrow with the concealer over it to see, you know, how it goes. Let me just, off camera, I'll do this eyebrow and then we'll do the concealer on this one. Okay, I've also got you a little closer so you can see me a little better. One eyebrow is done. Don't mind my eyeshadow. I tried to do something different and it didn't work. And I don't have my foundation or anything yet because we're gonna do something with that. So this might be a messy video because I never do my eyeshadow first and I never do my eyebrows first before my foundation or anything. So let's see how that all goes. Okay, but for this hack, you're gonna need a concealer, your whatever you do with your eyeshadow with, and of course a spoolie. I did this eyebrow as I normally would. Take the spoolie and brush out the brow. Oh, and you also need a brush. Hold on. This is the brush that I normally use. If I do carve out stuff, it's just a flat head, a flat, what do you call it? It's a flat brush. My mind is gone today, okay? We're going to take the concealer. I'm just using, this is Too Faced Born This Way. And I'm wiping off the edges and everything because I don't want to overdo it, but you just cover your brow, make it disappear. And then I'm gonna take my brush and just blend it out a little bit to make sure it's not gonna affect my eyeshadow, which it probably is, but that's okay. All right, that's a look in itself, isn't it? Okay, so now we're gonna attempt to just do our brows as we would normally do. I use the Kat Von D Super Brow Pomade. I've been using this for a long time and it works wonderfully for me. I don't know if I need to let this dry down. Okay, let's attempt. Ooh, wow. My eyebrows never look the same no matter what I do. I can never make them look very similar. You can tell they're just always wonky. But I feel like this is making it harder for me because I'm kind of having to guess the shape a little bit since so much of it was concealed. Okay, so first problem I'm noticing, obviously because of the concealer, and maybe it's my fault because it wasn't all the way dry, the color is obviously way different. It's a lot more muted due to the concealer. So we're gonna have to put another layer on. I kind of like that it isn't as bold as what this brow is. I always have really bold brows. And I kind of like, you know, the toned down look better. That's what's in more nowadays, the feathery natural brow look, and I'm so used to what I've been doing with my brows that I haven't changed the way I've done them. So let's go in for another layer and see if that helps. Okay, here's where we're at. Still, it's not as dark or anything, but I actually really like the way this brow looks. Again, they're not the same shape. Don't come at me for that, okay? It's not gonna happen. I think I would do this trick again for sure. Before I ever do eyeshadow, I would do foundation and then brows, or brows and then foundation. And it does also help the hairs because I don't use like a gel or anything. It helps with the way that the hairs look when you're looking at them close up anyways. They look just more clean, whereas this one looks just still more messy. I mean, it's still kind of clean shapen and everything, but I don't know. You tell me, what do you think? Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, this one's so bold. It's just very out there. Now my makeup's gonna look crazy all day because I have two completely different brows. I don't know, I like it though. I like it. I think that was it's a good hack. Just gotta get used to doing it, and again, do it before your eyeshadow. Then you're good. That was my mistake. Okay, the next hack I see on TikTok everywhere. It's like a huge trend on there. There's a couple different variations of it as well. But I am gonna mention, instead of a TikTok user, the first person that I've ever seen do this, and she's been doing it for years now. Jackie Aina on YouTube has always put moisturizer and then setting powder on her face and then her foundation. And I've always wanted to try it, and I just kind of kept forgetting about it and stuff. But I've seen it coming up on TikTok a lot more too. You can do what she does and do the moisturizer, the setting powder, and then your foundation, and setting powder, then primer, then foundation. Or does she prime first? I don't remember. There's so many different variations. But then there's a new one out now too where you mix your foundation in with the powder. Personally, I think that would work better than the setting powder first. It still blows my mind that that works, because we're so used to do not use creams or liquids on top of powders. It just doesn't work. But it's always worked for Jackie Aina, and her makeup always looks flawless. So I thought I'd mention her because that's the first person I've ever seen do it. So my face is already moisturized. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Instant Retouch Setting Powder, and then you're supposed to just take a light fluffy brush, not a beauty blender or anything like that, and do a light coat all over your face. So that's what we're gonna do. The other thing is, I don't really use a lot of setting powder. I've got dry skin. I prefer to stay away from powders, but this is also supposed to help your makeup last a lot longer and everything. Okay, I'd say I got a decent coat of setting powder, not too much or anything. And then you're supposed to take a setting spray and set the setting powder into the skin. Okay, so now that the setting spray is all dry, I'm going to take the primer that I normally would use. This is the Timeless Smoothing Primer by Tarte. I love it so much. The only thing I'm scared of is it's going to pill up. Normally I would apply this with like a beauty blender or something, but lately I've been taking it in my fingers and working it back and forth to kind of warm it up a little bit, and then apply it, and it seems to work really well, and it's working right now too. This is crazy. I thought it would have pilled up by now. I use my Too Faced Hangover RX primer as well. I usually just take that down my neck and just a little bit around where I don't put the pore primer. And now I'm just gonna go in with my foundation. I use the Too Faced Do You foundation, and I have to mix a couple different colors because I don't have a correct shade right now. I just used the two wrong shades. I have a feeling my foundation is not going to match my neck today. I'm using this foundation too because I know how it works for me. I know how it applies. I'm used to using it. So if anything comes up that doesn't work with what I just did, then I will be able to notice. Straight away I'm noticing a difference, and not in a good way. Hopefully it doesn't stay like that. I'm having a whole bunch of texture. This is not my color, but I already told you that. It's okay. Okay, I don't know if you will be able to tell on camera, but my skin does not look as good as it normally would with this foundation. There's a dry spot happening here. I feel like it's bringing up more texture and everything. I don't know if my moisturizer sat too long. I don't know if I just used a wrong setting powder, or if it just doesn't work with this foundation in general, or if it's just because I do have dry skin and setting powder isn't something I use anyways, because it can accentuate my dry patches and dry skin. Can you see a difference? Close up, it doesn't look the best. Let me go ahead and finish up the foundation and concealer, and we'll come back. I really need to invest in some hair clips because I've already got a ponytail line. Drives me nuts. So I've put on some contour, did my concealer and everything. Face is actually looking really good after everything. I think it needed a little bit of time to sit or something. I don't know, but it is looking so much better. It is, especially after I put the concealer on. It took everything away. My skin just looks really good. The dry spots are no longer there. So I don't know what's up with that, but it ended up working really well. That's pretty exciting. So let's move on to the next hack. So this next hack is where you take like a tiny drop of foundation and mix it in with a red lipstick and it creates a cream blush. I've got some leftover foundation, so I'm gonna use this leftover and find a lipstick. Do I want like red though? Oh, I'm gonna use Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. This is the shade Coral Corruption. I don't know if this is still available. I got this on sale somewhere. Apparently there's still a price tag on it, so. And I haven't even used it, it's brand new. So I'm going to take some and smear it just next to the foundation, and then I will use, these brushes are all duty. I'm just gonna use the back of a brush and start mixing it with the foundation. I'm just taking like a little bit of foundation and putting it over to where the lipstick is. I feel like I need more lipstick because that's not enough. Okay, I'm just gonna start with this. It's not a whole lot different. I feel like I should still add a little bit more. Well, but that's got a good color to it. So, gonna take my handy dandy beauty blender and just bounce it where I would normally put it. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Can you see the difference? That's so cool because you don't need very much of either product. The color options for a cream blush is endless. This is really neat. I love this. I'm gonna do a little bit more though. This is really neat. Ah, look at that. Whoa, so cool. The amount of colors that you can do with this is gonna be amazing. Look at that. And I love a good cream blush. That works so well, it's so cool. You guys all need to try that. Just try it right now. Stop what you're doing and try that. Wow, cool. Okay, I'm gonna go finish a couple things and then we'll be back for the next hack. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is put on some eyelashes. I'm going to use my magnetic eyelashes from Moxie Lash that I really, really enjoy. This hack is for the way that you apply your lashes. What I've seen, she takes her eyeliner and creates a wing and then puts her lash glue on top of the wing, and instead of following your lash line, you follow the wing line, and so it brings up the outer edge of the lash up a little bit more and creates a more lifting effect for the eyes. So I'm gonna try that. I didn't watch the video just now because I couldn't find it, so I'm hoping I can still find it, but I've seen the trick a couple times, so I'm gonna try that. They did it like they made the line first, applied the lash, and then after they filled in all the underneath with remaining eyeliner so it all looked attached. I hope that makes sense. First things first is, I guess I'm just going to apply some eyeliner and hope I can apply it correctly. Okay, so I got it started in the inner corner like normal, and now we're going to attempt the wing. This is why I did my eyeshadow the way I did, because then I would have something to follow. So I'm gonna follow the top portion of my wing that I already have kind of going on with my eyeshadow. I'm trying to stay away from my lash line at this point. Okay, let's let that dry down and go from there. Okay, I think these lashes are dry, or the liner is dry. Trying to start in the inner corner and then lay it flat on the wing. There. Okay. Do I have the, it's on the wrong eye. What in the world? What am I doing? Is it on the wrong eye? It's on the wrong eye. Okay, let's try that. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. Yeah. Okay, can you tell? It's way up higher than it would normally be. And then we're gonna go in afterwards with a black liner and fill in. Do you see that space? It's not that huge of a space. Well, one, I have hooded eyes, so doing a wing is hard in general, but I think with the magnetic lashes it's harder. I think it would work better with regular lashes way more, because then it's not trying to be pulled down by the magnetic liner that I accidentally had underneath it. I would be able to place it better. I just love these lashes though. They work so well. So they have more of a upturn to them than what they normally would, because my eyes are a little bit more droopy. So let's take some eyeliner and then you connect from the edge of the lash and then fill that in with black. Can you tell the difference now? Again, mine isn't a huge change. Let me try to move one and show you what it would normally look like. If I follow there, if I follow the shape of what my eyelashes are, do you see how much like it droops more? And this one is more, you know, it's bringing my eye up. Do you see that? I feel like this liner isn't working as good though. It was just so goopy and it feels like sticky or something. There. Yeah, I like the shape it gives my eyes. That works really well. I like that trick. I like it. I like it. So that is all the TikTok hacks that we have for today. I think they all turned out pretty darn good. Especially the lashes I am very impressed with. Just the shape that it changed my eyes. After I put on mascara as well, I think it helped the look a lot better. But the only one that I don't think that I would do again personally is the setting powder before the foundation, only because I already do have dry skin. It all came together really well, and I think it'll wear well. Maybe I'll just play around with it a little bit more because it does look really good. I don't know. I'm on the fence with it. I'll try it again. I just don't know that I would wear it out like this yet until I got it down, I guess. The blush trick, oh, that's gotta be my favorite though. There's so many options you can do with that. The concealer on the brows, my brows just look so funny right now. I actually really like it. I am gonna try that one again and do it after my foundation is already done, and then do them obviously both the same so that they will look similar, because they are not even close to matching right now because of the way I did them. I do like the way it turned out, so I think that was a good one. If you guys want to see me do any other TikTok hacks, please let me know which ones you want to see, or just makeup hacks in general. Other than that, we will see you in the next one. Bye.